great experience, but I was also the only one representing my school, and it was kind of just like Eli's thing, like, and I thought that it really fit with the curriculum, and I wanted to share it with more people. So this year I started the National History Day Club so that it wouldn't just be me going to the competitions, and that AFS could really have could bring students to the competition and do well. And so I brought like 11 students, I want to say, to the regional competition, and I advanced, and a group performance advanced to states, which is around a couple weeks. So we're so throughout the year, basically, at first a lot of the students are doing it within their classes, so it was about providing support and feedback, and like if there were any additional documents or any way I could help, especially as the deadlines approach, because there were kind of like two stages, like the website and paper people, working with them, making sure that they were all ready for the lockout dates, and then it was more involved with the documentaries and performances to make sure they were ready for the competition, because they're both very different.
Okay. I'm going to about the supports that you offered in your club.
Yeah. So I was, for some projects I was more involved with than others, but with papers it was a matter of like, in the very beginning, I had this document of like, here's how to get started, and like, you write down 50 questions you have about the topic, and it's really just to like get your mind thinking about where you could go with it. And I've used it, and then what I always love is I forget that I wrote it, and I come back to it at the end of the year, and I see like, oh, I've answered, or I can answer all of these questions now that I was never like doing the research to find, but it really makes you feel like, oh, I'm an expert in this when you can answer your own questions. But so there was that initial document, and then with people who had written papers in history class, helping them, giving them feedback on their papers and helping them adapt it to fit the format. And then it was more involved probably with like performances and documentaries, really working to finesse it and get it ready for the competition, not just like, and make sure that it wasn't just about the script, but also about the performance, and also about like, this is what you have to say before, this is what the rules are about this, and things like that.